We are about to go live on YouTube. I'm waiting for it to pop up and make sure it doesn't do something weird like last week or last month. I do not want your stupid free shit.
I can see spirits out of the corner of my eye, but that's
okay. That looks good.
I just pulled the card
Right.
and put down what I get off the card.
Perfect. All right. Everybody.
Get in here.
No. Nancy, what this do?
Oh, it was in a car. That's why I couldn't see it.
That. Yeah. I didn't know where else to put it. I ran out of space.
Or do you know? Or should I ask? Yeah.
Well, clean is it? You need light? Just when you open it. Oh, no. Causes first.
Hey, don't drink it all. I need some during ritual.
Causes first, right?
Yes. Black.
Yeah. Okay, wait, go look.
So what do you got left? You got black and the other color blue. Your ancestors, yeah?
Have the,
Which is the west.
okay, so which one's first? Is that one?
Positives first.
This one,
Positives before.
then this one. It's in my box. This one I know which one is. You're gonna yell. I have one. I made one, but it's too long, so I have to make it shorter.
They use roadways. These are the lighted ones, right? I'm going to throw some onto the fire at the end of the meditation so that the fire burns colors. What's that?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to use some. Oh, no. All right. Oh, I want to use some for
Gather in a little bit, but not too much because I don't have my mask off because I'm rude.
Breathe on them, everybody.
Yeah, I got
Hi.
One more shot to go. All right.
Hello.
Let's take a deep breath. And let's get settled. I call on the bards of old. May we be blessed with eloquence. May our lips drip with honey. May our tongues be swift as silver. May we speak loudly and clearly. May we be heard. May we be inspiring. And may we be inspired. So be it.
So be it.
And now I call on the gods of technology, all those gods of America who handle electronics and electrons and sparks and sound waves. May our bandwidth be wide. May our broadcast be clear. May our microphones be strong, and may we be heard everywhere. So be it.
So be it. Start some cleansing. insert in the water?
They're on the table over here.
Never done this before. Presided.
Look who you got standing behind you. Come. Don't you
There are.
anything myself. They're just gonna laugh. In a good way. Be a good night.
That's how I start the meditation.
No wind.
Uh-oh.
And this week, the big thing.
Guess we'll go over. No.
Hey,
This guy's all working.
Water, but a light of fire, he stones and a hole in him. By the mighty water,
Do it.
but a light of fire, he stones and hole in holy. By the light of water, by the light of fire, he stones and a hole in holy. By the light of water, by the light of fire, he stones behind me, hole in holy. He stones and hole stones and a hole in holy. By the light of water, by the light of fire, he stones and a hole in holy. By the light of water, by the light of fire, he stones and a hole in holy. By the light of water, by the light of fire, he stones and a hole in holy. By the light of water, by the light of fire, stones and a hole in holy. I don't
by the light of fire, stones and a hole. You do?
This is sacred space. Let all thoughts and words beyond this point focus on the sacred. Work, finances, household obligations have no place in this sanctuary. Anger, fear, frustration have no place in this sanctuary. Hatred, spite,
infatuation have no place in this sanctuary. Leave them and all that would hinder our worship here among the profane. As you enter, may nature's water purify your body, and may the ancestors ignite your spirit.
We know as a people, together in the warmth and the light of the flames. Come we now as a people, together at the sacred well. Come we now as a people, together in the warmth and the light of the flame. Come we now as a people, together at the sacred well. Come we now as a people, together in the warmth and the light of the flame. Come we now as a people, together at the sacred well. Come we now as a people, together in the warmth and the light of the flames.
Please remain standing as you are able. We come to this place to venerate the kindreds. May we be blessed by those mighty beings, denizens of the many realms, as we give praise and offering in their honor on this sacred night. We are here to honor the kindred.
We are here to honor the kindreds.
We begin by acknowledging the host of all Druid rites. So let us share in this grain as we lift our voices in songs to our Mother Earth with We Are One with the Mother, number 4.
We are one with the mother, we are one with the earth, we are one with each other by our lives, by our birth. We are one with the mother, we are one with the earth, we are one with each other by our lives, by our birth. We are one with the mother, we are one with the earth, we are one with each other by our lives, by our birth. We are one with the mother, we are one with the earth, we are one with each other by our lives, by our birth. We are one with the mother, we are one with the earth, we are one with each other by our lives, by our birth.
Jonathan?
Great grandmother of many, you who were first in this land, it was you who knew the hearts of Wolf and his brother Coyote, and it was through your wisdom that you chose Coyote to bear the sack containing all of the people, and it was you who knew that at the crucial moment Coyote would open the sack, releasing the people upon the earth. So too it was you who knew that though many of the people would be scattered like seeds on the wind, this last out of the sack would remain here in this place, walking in your footsteps. So too do we, a new people, walk here where your feet once compressed the earth, and we too give you our love and our honor and look to your wisdom to guide our steps. Great grandmother of the earth, we honor you.
Great grandmother of the earth, we honor you.
Now let us turn our attention to our patron and his shrine. Mackie?
Craig, do you have a mic? Craig, do you have a mic?
O silver-tongued messenger of the gods, I call to you, who are guardian, guide, and patron of this grove. Far-traveling luck-bringer, your shrine is your presence. We welcome you in our sanctuary. Swift-footed Hermes, your presence is welcomed.
Swift-footed Hermes, your presence is welcomed.
Okay. You may be seated, and please mute your mics. It is time for us to take a moment to contemplate the season and the reason for this rite. Yeah. Oop. Wrong one. The wheel of the year turns, and the days have become noticeably warmer. Soon, the variable temperatures of spring will give way to the long, hot days of summer. Now is the time to harvest our gardens of tender herbs before the baking heat causes them to wither and die. Now we enter the time when each drop of water becomes more precious than ever. Guarded against waste and the thieving dry winds, this is our last hurrah before the scorching sun sends us scurrying for cover and cool, dark places. This too is a time to acknowledge our mothers, from the first Earth Mother who gave life to us, to our most immediate mother. With Earth Day just passed and Mother's Day just ahead, as well, today marks the National Day of Prayer, when penitents and believers of many religions in America offer up a prayer for blessings on this country, so steeped in growing turmoil and unrest. Tonight, we gather to honor the horned ones, familiar to us, like Pan and Carnunos, and also their energetic kin, many of whose names may be lost to us, but whose images adorn ancient cave walls and buried artifacts in all corners of the globe. Mostly male, but not entirely. Besides Carnunos, the Celts have Hern and Ellen of the Ways, not to mention the nature spirits of the Green Men, who are also closely related. Among the many Egyptian horned ones, we have Hathor and Bat, the cow goddesses, plus the bull god, Apis, and the various ram deities, Canaan, Hirshaf, Kirti, Anjeti, Haramaket. I apologize if I butcher their names. My Egyptian's not great. Benjabet, the ram god, linked to the first of the Egyptian gods, Osiris, Geb, Shu, Ra, Atum, Amun, the last of which inspired the Greek cult of Amun, an incarnation of Zeus, linked to the ancient Berbers and often conflated with the Phoenician Carthaginian god Baal Harmon, also known as Baal al-Qaram, the Lord of Two Horns. In the Mediterranean forest and hills, they're populated by fauns and satyrs, as well as our beloved Pan. The various biblical references, like the Canaanite Moloch and various horned, wicked, and righteous entities, including Jacob and Beelzebub and Baphomet with his very complicated background. Africa has several, including a ram-headed oracle deity whose name is lost. And the Igbo people of southern Nigeria worship Ikenga, a horned god of honest achievement. Asia has its share of lost and named horned ones. One of the oldest known named ones, Pashupati, whose image closely resembles Carnunos in the Gundestrup cauldron, but predates him by a couple of thousand years. The Mesopotamian bull god Enkidu, who is a partner, perhaps a lover, of Gilgamesh. Some count the Tusk Ganesh among them as well, and the Yamantaka Vajrabhairabhava, another mouthful. The horned deity of Tantric Buddhism, and Agni, who gifted humanity with fire as well. The Japanese samurai wore horned and antlered helmets to tap into the divine assistance of these gods. as did the Vikings notably. They have Vidar, the silent god of vengeance, and Ymir, the ancestor of the giants, oft depicted with horns, and sometimes Heimdall as well. Freyr is often referred to as the horned god of fertility. We're not sure what horned means there. The Native Americans have various tribes honoring a horned serpent, again, like the Gundestrup cauldron. To say nothing more recent, jackalope. We have them on our nature shrine. And what about Santa's reindeer? The list goes on and on, but they all seem to have in common, besides the obvious horns and often erect phalluses, is a connection to fertility, nature, abundance, and growth. The cycles of nature, all things we take for granted and depend upon. There's a pandemic going on. You may have heard about it. And there are groups going to the healing deities and asking for their help. Aesculaps and Apollo, Panacea, Sirona, Hygeia, from the Greeks and Romans, our Celtic Brigid, the Egyptian Isis and Heka, the Norse Ir, which means help, and the Hindu Dhanvantari, to name a few. That list goes on and on too. I see a greater healing needed here. This is an issue of global warming, and the entire Earth is suffering. It seems unlikely that the pandemic and the changes our little blue marble here are unrelated. Those changes have often driven the critters and beasts of the wilds into competing with humans for the same resources and in the same spaces. Why else do we get this pandemic from bats? So tonight, let us invite these guardians of the wild, untamed parts of our planet to join in our energies and wills and hearts and all that strives for the best in everything and everyone, in all of us, to help restore the balance to the chaos. So, lift our voices as one folk and make our offerings in reverence and joy. Now we recall the cosmos as it was in the beginning. And through our collective memory, let it be born anew. So let us begin before the beginning. And Nancy, our causator. Yeah. Microphone.
The Anu one, right? I need a microphone.
Where they can see you.
Are you sure you want me to hold it?
But you might need
I do have a light.
I call to Anu with flaming red hair, light skin, and a beautiful female body. Anu, mother, goddess, guardian of the land and livestock. Your soil upholds and reminds us of the source of our nutrition. Anu, beautiful spark of nature. You fill our lives to the brim with love and abundance. Come into our sanctuary, Great Mother, and aid us as we renew the cosmos. Through you, let the present and the beginning merge. Let this sanctuary become as the Mundi and Ophelis, the center of all.
Thank you, offering. You got it? Thank you. You can just lay it down.
So, my friends, get comfortable. Now take a deep breath. As you exhale, let your mind empty. Let your thoughts and worries flow outward with your breath. Breathe in again, pulling in the world and letting your cares drift away. Breathe. Now cast your mind back, back, back. Let your mind wander into the deep dark.
Somebody. Somebody stole our scroll.
Looking for the red and white one?
No, the blue and white one. The blue and white one doesn't have the blue and white. Doesn't have the blue and white instrument in it. Somebody click the card.
The gods of technology are still with us, but the gods of the mundane are trying to trip us up a little bit. We'll be with you in just a moment.
In the beginning, there was darkness, for the day begins in the night, and the vast emptiness was formless. But in the sea of chaos, matter gathered in a lifeless ball, churning with heat, pulsing with the heartbeat of the cosmos. Then the earth heaved and the elements separated. And above the rolling mass, clouds gathered, beginning as thin wisps of moisture drifting. The growing mists joined and ascended until the sky above thickened with the evaporated liquids, drawing a blanket across the newly formed firmament. And these clouds, too, took up the pulse of the cosmos. Then, from the darkness, the gathered waters fell, coming first as a fine mist to cool and soothe. The gentle rains grew into a mighty deluge, covering the raw, stratified earth with a thick layer of frothing liquids. As these waters took up the heartbeat, ebbing and flowing, a steady balm on the road.
Then above the throbbing pulse, the sky rumbled, and light flashed. The thick dark clouds, tentative flickers sparked randomly, and grumbles echoed ominously. until the night was dark and silent no longer. Then the light reached out with forked fingers to stroke the waters, to prod the land not yet covered. And in that moment, the land and the waters were joined with the fires from the skies above. And the heartbeat of the cosmos pulsed throughout the new world, until life filled all of the realms. And the day began.
And so here we are at the present, which is the beginning. The cosmos is renewed and we are rewoven into it. Below, above, between, as it was then, as it is now.
Newly born and forever in existence, these hallows in our sanctuary, the well, the fire pit, our, the shrines, mark the center of our cosmos, to which all things are connected. Now, gather yourselves, my friends, and let us get our powers pumping for the work ahead by singing number 17, The Crossroads. All right. Ready?
Will we meet at the crossroads where I will stand? Meet at the crossroads, beginning and the end. There are ways leading upward to the many ends. If we meet at the crossroads with offerings in hand, there's a way going westward beneath the setting sun. There's a way going westward where the chase belong. There are sorry.
Down that lane.
We will all be traveling onward when our time is done. On that way going westward into the setting sun. There's a way going eastward through a hidden veil. There's a way going eastward where the fairies dwell. There are gnomes, wights, and dryads, leprechauns as well. On that path going eastward into the secret veil. So come meet at the crossroads where our hallows stand. Yeah, come meet at the crossroads, beginning and the end. There are ways leading upward to the many lands when we meet at the crossroads with offerings in hand. There's a way going downward beneath the fertile sweep. There's a way going downward where silver chariots keep. In the smithy's divine hammers with sparks crash and leap by the stream flowing downward into the molten deep. There's a way going upward where azure counties lie. There's a way going upward where royal chariots fly. With offerings and omens from messengers on high, down the flames soaring upward to castles in the sky. So let's meet at the crossroads where our hallows stand. Yeah, let's meet at the crossroads, beginning and the end. There are ways leading upward to the many lands when we meet at the crossroads with offerings in hand. Yes, we'll meet at the crossroads, center around the cosmos. Yes, we're here at the crossroads with offerings in hand.
Okay. Hold on to that power a moment longer, for it is time to stir the energies of creation. Together, let us join our powers to open the gates and the ways marked by these hallows, that they may link us directly to the realms beyond. The microphone. Need a microphone?
Oh, shift, dark soil. Last cover of the day. Shake the stones, loosen the loam. To the left, to the right, to the front, to the rear. Shift and rend. Shift and rend. Shift and rend. Reach westward in your rending, dark soil, traveling to the very ends of the earth. Shift and rend. Shift and rend. Shift and rend. Form a fusion, branching ever westward, pressing out the bedrock in shearing walls, and let the abyss appear. Let the gate to the underworld, the realm of the dead, be open.
Let the gates be open. O shimmer, the cloak, the light of life, bellow the threads, to the rear, and to the front, to the right, and to the left. Stretch and tear, 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 stretch and tear. So many rents, stretch and tear. Press out your fat and tear, stretch and tear. And let the stretch and tear. The gate, let the doors be open. The gate be open.
Light the torch. Ray, where's the torch? She didn't know that. Then we scoop from the bowl. Hold it up, not down. Microphone.
I gather this perpetual fire, that its flame may blaze the ways to the crossroads.
O churn, mighty waters, soothing balm of the world, toss the waves and stir the currents to the west, to the south, to the east, to the north. Churn and turn, 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 churn and turn. Reach downward in your turning, mighty waters, drain deep into the bowels of the earth, and turn and turn, churn and turn. Form the whirlpool,
and turn, and turn.
spinning ever downward. Traps out the cool liquid in rushing walls and let a tunnel appear. Turn, turn and turn. Churn and turn. Let the way to the netherworld, the domain of the earth deities, be open.
Let the way be open.
Apparently not aimed at it. It's on this side.
There it goes.
Now it's yours.
Oh, stir, mighty fire, great gift from the skies above. Lift the air, stir the winds. To the east, to the south, to the west, to the north. Twist and burn, twist and burn, twist and
burn. Twist and burn. Twist and burn. Twist and burn.
reach skyward in your burning mighty fire. Fly the very core of the earth.
And burn.
Twist and burn. Twist
and burn. Twist and burn. Twist and burn. Twist and burn. Twist and burn.
Form a fire whirl spinning ever upwards, pressing out the scorching flame and rushing round.
Twist and burn.
And let a tunnel appear.
Twist.
Let the way to the heavens, the domain of the sky deities, be open.
Let the way be open. And this is together.
Right, right.
Dionysus. Dionysus.
Oh, Jonathan.
Done. Oh. Let this drinking horn, this holy dropped vessel, stand with us at the center of the waves, that all kindred might see and know that this is a crossroad between the ways. Now, as you have asked, so it is. The ways are open.
The ways are open.
The ways stand at this intersection, yet we remain firm to the land, on the earth which is our home. Let us sound out the call and issue invitations to our kindreds, that they may join us here at the crossroads, the center, which is the beginning, the present, the end. We seek first a gatekeeper, a guardian to stand at the center and ward these crossroads to the realms.
Come, bringer of the great harvest, you gifted winemaking, bring your thyrsus and protect the ways. God, religious ecstasy, orchards, and fruit vegetation. One, help free his followers from self-conscious fear and care. Come, we have need of you. O Dionysus, come into our sanctuary. Mighty Dionysus, be welcome among us.
Mighty Dionysus, be welcome among us. Ivy Word, we are entrusting you with these keys to our sanctuary and pray that you will stand vigil before these open ways during our rite. Keep watch, Dionysus, that the flames do not burn out of control, that the whirlpool does not rise up out of the well, that the unwelcome and the dangerous, the inimical pass not into the sacred space to disrupt our worship. You may have noticed this is my first time. Okay, now let us call on our beloved kindreds with song number 7, Kindreds 3. May you
Come down from the mountain, may you come across the sea, may you gather near to us and welcome kindreds through. From the blood that flows within us to the heart that beats the same, all the souls who've gone before us are the kin from which we came. So you are ancient wise ones who have gone across the sea, return to be among us, ancestors welcome you. Hear the souls of trees and mountains dancing to the river song, and the beasts who fill our world, forces we rely upon. You great souls of all things, who we sense but rarely see, drawn near to our fire, nature's spirits welcome be. They're oldest of the powers, from them our life derives. Some rooms on we don't know, still we look up to the skies. All you gods who live above us, in the earth or in the sea, we your children call out to you, shining ones welcome be. So may you come down from the mountains, may you come across the sea, may you gather nearer to us, and we welcome kindreds through.
Let us turn our attention to the ancestor shrine. Nancy? Yep.
Thank you. To all those whose bones lie in this land, whose hearts are tied to it, whose memory holds it, ancient tribes of this place, we offer you welcome. To all our grandmothers and grandfathers and our beloved dead, blood kin and heart kin, ancient tribes of our blood, we offer you welcome. To all those elder wise ones who guide their people, poets and seers, judges and magicians, wise ones of ancient days, we offer you welcome. Ancient ones, be welcome among us.
Ancient ones, be welcome among us.
Now, let us turn our attention to the nature spirit shrine.
I know.
Reagan, are you,
Yes.
ready?
Yeah.
And unmuted?
Yes. To all the spirits of the mountains and trees, all you ancient and bearded fathers, to subtle and spry children, spirits of the land, we offer you welcome. To all the spirits of rivers and streams, to the cloud sisters and rain sisters, to fresh spring daughters, spirits of the waters, we offer you welcome. to all the spirits of the creatures of the earth, you beasts who walk or fly or crawl or swim, spirits of the creatures, we offer you welcome. Noble ones, be welcome among us.
Noble ones, be welcome among us. Finally, let us return our attention to the sacred center.
To all the primordial ones, first progenitors of all that is, oldest of oldest, shapeless and faceless, powers of all, most ancient gods, we offer you welcome. To all the standing ones, first children of the mother, wisest and mightiest, loving and comforting, gods and goddesses, we offer you welcome. To the gods and goddesses of this place, ancient and powerful, known to us or unknown, gods of this place, we offer you welcome. Shining ones, be welcome among us.
Shining ones,
Shining ones, be welcome among us.
My friends, we have come now to the most important part of our rite. In a moment, we will invite the guests of honor to their seats and then offer them our gifts and praises. Before we do that, though, let us take a moment to gather up that which we will offer. We have many items available in the sanctuary which are appropriate for offerings. If you would have an offering made on your behalf, please click the raise your hand button and state that you would like to make an offering or state that you would like to have something offered. If you would like to make an offering at your personal shrine instead, now is the time to ensure you have what you need to do so. But don't offer it quite yet. We'll let you know when. So go gather your offerings.
Protect me. I fall. You're supposed to be protecting me. Attack me.
What is this?
You did us peanuts. Now you have to go play with us. Yeah. Hoping completely. Going off with
Which is why guys have pockets all the way down to their knees.
That's
so
why
that
they
you
have
can use that whole line down
two
there.
pockets.
They need
one on
lots
each
of room to move.
Play badminton.
This is like the dry.
Yeah.
You know, that when we first started,
Yes.
the offering tables were actually in the middle of the ritual space. So like you passed them on your way to the offering, but then everybody stood in front of them in the way.
Oh.
Mhm. You see, you are what you eat. You could be nuts.
There and a camera over there. And a camera over there. Somebody at the board going.
I don't know what I'm doing. Let me know when we should throw them back.
Does everybody look like they're ready? I think we're good. Are we good?
Okay. My friends, please bring your attention back to the sacred center. If you need more time to collect your offerings or to arrange an offering on your behalf, please continue in the next window. But it is time to call our guests of honor, and your attention and energies will make it easier for them to join us. Welcome to the divine beings, the heroes of the honored dead. Is this? I read it. The heroes, the honored dead, and other beings of nature. All of you who have gathered in our sanctuary, we pray you join us in giving worth to the guests of honor on this right here at our sanctuary. So we call you now, Cernunnos, Pan, and other horned gods. Yeah.
I call out to you, great horned one, you who are crowned in the raiment of the proud stag. Come to us with your servine swag. God the wilds, God the hunt, God the gloom. Cernunnos, Cernunnos, we invoke. We call to you, virile one, you who stands firm, tall, and proud. Through the times you remain renowned. God of sexuality, God of fertility, God of virility. Cernunnos, 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 we invoke thee. We call to you, wise and wise sage, God of the cycle of death and birth. You who teach us we all return to earth. God of birth, God of death, God of rebirth. Cernunnos, 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 we invoke thee. Great hand Cernunnos, be welcome.
Cernunnos, be welcome.
Be welcome among us.
I don't see where mine is. Okay.
And you've done all three of yours, and you're going to read this.
But my thing.
We call to you now, Pan, O goat-footed god of Arcadia, accompanied by the wood nymph and other deities of the forest. Rule over shepherds, hunters, and rustic music. soft brown limbs, thy beard of gold, and horns on his head, often found in caves and grottos. O God of uncertain lineage, the inventor of the pan flute, the originator of sudden, uncontrollable fear that leads people into irrational behavior. Pan, God of the wild, shepherds and flocks, nature of and mountains, be welcome among us.
Pan, be welcome among us.
And the rest of their horned kin, Hathor and Bat, the cow goddesses, the various ram-headed ones from Egypt, Ganesh, Pashupati, the Ellen of the Ways, Hearn, all those biblical ones, and all those horn gods whose names we don't know. Oh, it's right there. Be welcome among us. Maybe Asian horn deities, the Viking Vidar and Vengeance and Ymir, the ancestor of the giants, and Freyr and Heimdall, be welcome among us. The Native American horned serpent, the jackalope, and Santa's reindeer, be welcome among us. All those horned deities, you are welcome, and be welcome among us.
Horned deities, be welcome among us.
So, antlered sage, be welcome among us. Ram-headed mischief maker, be welcome among us. Unapologetic, musky masculine, and the not to be outdone frail feminine, be welcome among us.
All you antlered ones, be welcome among us.
Oh, master, pasture protector, and most ancient purveyors of abundance and hedonism for all living things, behold, we bring gift to you. May you bask in our praises and accept that which we offer. Now is the time for us to individually present our offerings to Cernutus, Pan, and the other horned gods. Please hold your offerings for other guests and or beings until you are directed later. If you'd like to make an offering to our guests of honor, please come forward or click the raise your hand button.
What is it? Ray just fried.
Oh, mistletoe.
Magic missile. Magic mistletoe for the magic queen. And a bit of a drink because horny gods need a drink. Woo. Accept my sacrifice.
Accept the sacrifice.
And like the things in the. Sacrifice.
Accept the sacrifice.
Accept the sacrifice.
The Caminos. Accept the sacrifice.
Accept this sacrifice. Does anybody online want to make an offering?
Say it loud and clear. In the fire. Accept this sacrifice.
Where's the sacrifice?
The sacrifice.
Accept this sacrifice. What's alcohol, please? Just pour.
Accept this
The sacrifice.
Accept the sacrifice.
Are there any more sacrifices to be made to our honored guests this evening?
Reagan says she's doing hers at her altar. Tell all of the messages here. Anybody else want to do an offering? All right then. Nope, I don't
right.
see anybody raising hands or opening microphones. So I'm going to say we're on.
Stanley and Ray, do you have a final offering for Pernunos and let them know how much we value them at this time?
All right,
Well-
Stanley. Woo-hoo.
This is.
You gonna take the whole bottle with you?
Thing.
It's an offering, not a lubricant.
Salute.
Prost and Jimmy.
Microphone on. Don't do that.
Why?
Don't.
I didn't know they liked mixed drinks.
Stanley's over here being mixed mic. Do you want drink Stanley with
Well,
us?
No, that's for separate. So that's for personal. So.
Well, no, we're. Oh, that's the personal ones. All right. So, for all the horn gods and among this illustrious crowd, be welcome among us. Accept the sacrifice. All right.
Yeah. Is it?
That's what I said, but they didn't.
Oh, I didn't. Never mind. So I met you in a circle, arms crossed over your chest in prayer, as you called my name, Caminos, Caminos, Caminos. It was strange, the way you showed up unannounced, a new voice in a cloud of familiar sounds. I watched you closely, heard the way your pulse sped. When the priestess spoke to me, come by flame, come by fire, come by whom you desire. You wanted this, wanted my presence. As you celebrated the turn of the wheel, so I came, stood by and played witness to your quiet intensity, which has come in so many forms, flavors, now each unique in their own way. You gave song and worship at the altar in sunlight, Lord of the hunt, Lord of the field, Lord at whose altar we kneel. But your body danced around the bonfire at midnight, with wild abandon for me too. This is why I kept coming when you called me. Not for the candles, not for the offerings of cakes and ale and roasted meats. I came for the untamed and new. I will always dance with the wild ones. Canoes, accept the sacrifice.
Accept the sacrifice.
Confused, I didn't hear it all. Ray, your mic is not on. One of your mics are not on. I don't know if that's. There you go.
Oh, goat-footed God, the present world is dreary and old, and what remains to us of thee, no more the shepherd men in glee, flinging apples at thy wounded fold, goat-footed God of Acadia. And dull and lifeless are things would be, for here the winds are hot or cool. O goat-footed God of Arcadia, then keep the tomb of Heracles, the olive woods, thy vine-clad world, and what remains to us of thee. Though countless and unseen realms snooze in the reeds, thy rivers hold. Oh, what remains to us of thee? Leave the hills of Arcadia, the stars and their malevolent play. The modern world hath need of thee. No nymph or fawn indeed have we, for fawn and nymph are old and ancient. This is the land where liberty and a land of ancient chivalry, where gentle steeds saw the day. The fierce sea lion of the sea, that England lacked some stronger lay. The modern world have need of thee. Then blow some pipes loud and free, and give thine pipes away. And be welcome among us.
Pan,
All right.
Accept the
accept the
sacrifice.
sacrifice.
The sacrifice.
The fertile, feral, magical, mystical, keepers of the energies that have connected all on this planet to one another, to us. Those ones that whose names have been lost to us, but whose energies we feel, we sense behind that tree, behind under that rock, that divine spirit of connectedness that makes us know we are part of this place. Accept the sacrifice.
Accept the sacrifice.
Accept the sacrifice.
So now we have given our love and wealth to the virile master of wild places, the loud tumult spreader, and the wild horn ones, both rutting and nurturing. Now let our voices rise on the fire. Let our voices sound in the well. Let our words echo from here to the realms beyond. Kernunos, Pan, other horn gods, accept our sacrifice.
Kindreds, Pan, and other hand gods, accept our sacrifice.
And turn the page. O antlered sage, ram-headed mischief maker, and unapologetically musky masculine, and the not to be outdone feral feminine, we have given you our praise and our offerings. And now we ask that you indulge us as we offer to those others who have joined with us tonight. May you bless them as you bless us. So, any offerings for personal offerings for other deities? Now our guests of honor have received the lion's share of our bounty. If there is any other offering to be made to the mighty kindreds assembled among us here tonight, desire deities, nature spirits, or ancestors, you may take a moment to come forward. Do so at your personal altar, or click the raise your hand button and have an offering made on your behalf here. Whoever's ready.
Go.
A friend of mine is not feeling very healthy right now. To return to
Accept this sacrifice.
On a microphone, so I ran out of hands for a microphone. Aries, manliest of gods. Sweet sense. Accept my sacrifice.
With the sacrifice.
And to Hermes, party boy, it's time to bring back all the gamblers and let them drink and be merry. Hermes, accept this sacrifice.
Accept this sacrifice.
the sacrifice.
Accept this sacrifice. It'll go out.
Yes.
Pick somebody.
Accept this sacrifice. Are there any other sacrifices to made for our kindreds tonight, or things? Are you? Oh, wait, you got one.
I'm last. I'm the last one.
Hold on, I should add. Huh? Actually, I'm wondering. Accept this sacrifice. Do we have any online ones, or are we people doing it at their home altars?
Somebody.
You need to be more specific.
What is the bucket really?
There are any online offerings to personal patrons or other beings, ancestors, anybody you want to recognize? I don't see anything in chat, so I'm guessing no.
Okay, so that's
Okay, we have one more offering from with Stanley is trying to coordinate with all of us here. I'll let him explain.
yeah. So today This is about kind of want to do it. How's this? All right. Now, since this is Beltane, I want to kind of there's no offering with a little bit of a like a spell attached to it. This banner cake here with the following. It says, Here to thee, may all that threaten our food supply be spared, so that they may provide nourishment for myself and my community. They to thee, disease and blight, spare our food, so that they may, with our tables, be free from blemish. Here to thee, may all illness and pestilence be driven from the land, so that we may become healthy in body and spirit once again. Accept this sacrifice.
Accept this sacrifice.
Okay. So please be seated. Please mute your mics. You want to, I guess you're not introducing a story, you're introducing a meditation.
Let's be silent a moment. Let us breathe. Let our hearts listen, our minds open. Let our spirits be receptive. The kindreds are gathered close around us, and there is a meditation to be had.
So close your eyes, take a deep breath, and hold it for a second. Exhale deeply, feel your navel drop back to your spine. Let every deep breath connect you more deeply in the world around you. Feel the energy coming into your body, into every cell with every inhalation. Feel the dark and weary bits wash out with each exhalation. Inhale deeply again. How long has that molecule been in our atmosphere? Who else in the past has inhaled that oxygen? The dinosaurs, our ancestors, Gandhi, Jesus, or the musing beasts, the cows, the goats, the deer, the ram, the stags, the fawns, the satyrs, the horned ones. Those just out of sight in the shadows, horned and antlered, blending in with the trees and leaves, listening and sniffing the air, watching and waiting. Feel the pulse of the earth beneath your feet. Let it flow up your legs and let it blend with the energy of each breath. The horned ones are always making that connection, and it flows out to all that surrounds us and them and the living and growing and nurturing of life. The horned ones, called by so many names, many known, more forgotten, some soon to be discovered. Pan, Cernunnos, Fawns, Hern, Amun-Ra, Hathor, Ellen of the Ways, the Sun Lord, the Green Man, the Wounded Healer, the Warrior King, the World's Lover, the Good Father, the Lords of Life, the Distant Piper in the hills, the Dancer in the meadow after the rain, the Stag lifting his antlers in the moonlight. You can sense them, even with your eyes closed. On some primal level, you know them all, and they know you, and are waiting to see what you do next. As you pass down that path in your mind, they're just out of sight. You can feel them. You know they want the best for you, for us, for them, for everything. Pull in the energy with each breath you take. Let the earth's power swirl up your legs, around your legs. Let the moonlight add her cool glow to the mix. The wind eases and blends in as if it has always been there, because it has always been there, with the subtle power of a hurricane. The trace of moisture in the air carries the relentlessness of the ocean. Every star shines a little brighter to do their part, and the sun warms the mix of divine power to bring it to another level. Feel it on your skin, in every hair, in each cell of your being, that glorious, healing, energizing joy of life. Let it take away whatever ails you. Let go of your aches and pains and worries and woes. Your body, your cells have memory. Let them remember how you were on this earth when you first got here, when you flowed in harmony with all the energies that surround you. Now, let that energy flow outward to others who need healing, who are hurt or sick or grieving or lost in their own darkness. Let it coax them out into this torrent of bliss. You know you cannot hold on to this energy. For one, it is too much. So like a raft in the rapids, enjoy the ride. But also, you do not want to keep it to yourself. If you did, like water trapped, it could become stagnant and foul. So send it back to those horned ones who showed you how to tap into this flow. Thank them and offer it back to them. There's more where this came from, and this is how you build it. You let it grow. Let them take back what they gave you with what you have added to the mix, and let them use it wisely. Their wild, untamed places are hurting too. The trees which clean the air are fewer every day. The places where wild things thrive grow smaller and fewer. We can lose an entire species if we look away. They know the wisdom of beginnings and of endings. They know the heat of desire, the spark of life, the flame of passion, the burning dreams that fade to embers. They carry the wand of transformation, or the flowering staff, or the burnished lance that trigger the return to balance that allows us all to flourish. See them wield that power with the wisdom their time on this planet has given them. These beasts that connect humans and animals and plants to the energies of the sun and the wind and the water and the vibrations of the entire planet, nay, the universe that we live in. Know also that they live between the worlds and are the lords of death as well, without which there is no rebirth. So bless also that which must end and pass into the next great challenge. And remember, even that leafless tree has value as a home for something, as a building resource, or as mulch or fuel. Relish your part in this celebration of life. Revel in fruit ripening on the vine in the sunlight. Revel in wolves running through the moonlight trees, in birds greeting the dawn. Revel in rain washing the sky and earth so it can be filled with wonder rather than soot. Sing with joy, dance with freedom, lift up the cup of passion and be grateful. Render up your doubt, your fears, your weakness, your despair, and sacrifice it on the altar, these ancient, musky, earthy souls, that they may transform and return them to you as strength, courage, fortitude, and the will to act. Ask them to help you, help them. Use less, waste less, recycle, reuse. Teach us to cherish that which we have and not take it for granted. Feel free to bask in the bounty you are given, as they are certainly a hedonistic lot, but temper it with wisdom as to the best use of that bounty as well. Though they are endlessly creative and procreative, there is only so much they can do with miles of landfill or floating aisles of plastic in our oceans. Ask them for, and thank them for, that mental nudge to remind you to recycle that, use less of this, and not waste any more of whatever. Be an example to those around you of what the oldest of the gods, who are found on every continent, can teach us. The lords of death and resurrection need to do both. We don't want them too busy with the former and neglecting the latter. So bask a little more in that divine pool of energy that we have found and blended like a fine wine. Feel the earth below you, the air around you, the breath within you. Let them return to the mundane for now. Know that you can call them back at any time. Take in another deep breath, right down to the soles of your feet and the depth of your soul. Exhale that bliss to infuse the world around you. Like calls to like. Inhale once more, deeply. As you exhale this time, whisper the word love and open your eyes and look upon the world as if for the first time. Seer. So now we have given our sacrifices and spent time with our kindreds. Now, Seer, what messages have the kindreds to us or for us?
The ancestors speak of breaking free, a time of limitations coming to an end, a warning against spiteful gossip. The nature spirits speak of opening up to whole and new healing. Fear of untimely springs forward within us. The shining ones speak of a sense of clarity, success, and clean breaks. The horned gods speak of deep peace, a new contact or career, peaceful and enduring friendship.
The omens are good and very appropriate to the ritual, most of them as well. Okay, breathe deep, settle yourself. The ways stand open before us, roads and whirling tunnels that reach to the far realms. Amongst us here, just beyond the borders between our realms, there's a crowd of guests looking on with love as we have given our sacrifices of songs, poems, fine oils, alcohols, and whatnot to praise and honor the kindreds. Now we ask for them to deliver their blessings to us in return. We know that these blessings will be magnified many times by their greatness. Now, as you are able, stand or unmute your mics and speak truly. Is it your will to receive the blessings of the kindreds?
It is.
Will you accept the gifts given without recrimination, remorse, or regret?
We do.
We will.
Then ask of your own free will.
Give us the waters. Give us the waters. Give us the waters. Give us the waters.
Prepare this.
Give us the waters. We said. Give us. Give us the waters. 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 Oh, please don't need a lid. Give us the waters. 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 Give us the waters.
Opener.
The waters.
the waters. Give us 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 the waters.
You want to wait and see?
Give us the waters. 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 Give us the water. Give us the.
You have the cups?
Give us the water.
What?
Where's the cup? Give us the water.
Right here.
Give us the waters.
Give us the waters. Nope.
Give us the waters. Give us the waters.
Give us
Give us
the
the
waters.
waters.
All right. So, ancestors, we meet you at your shrine
Give us the waters.
with the vessel that you may fill it to overflowing
us
with
the
your
waters.
blessings.
Give us the waters. Give us the waters. Give us the waters. Give us
Nature
the waters.
spirits,
Give us the waters.
we meet
Give
you
us
at your
the
shrine
waters.
with this
Give us the
vessel
waters.
that you may fill it to
Give us the
overflowing with your
waters.
blessings.
Give us the waters. 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 Give us the waters.
Mighty deities, we meet you at the
Give us the
crossroads with the vessel
Give us
that you may fill it to overflowing with your blessings.
Give us the waters. Give us the waters.
Noble
Give us the
Carnudos,
waters. Give
we
us the
present this
waters.
vessel to you that you might
Give
fill it
us
to
the
overflowing
waters.
with your blessings.
Give us the waters. Give us
Mighty
the
Pan,
waters. Give us the waters.
we thank you for your
Give
blessings
us the
added to the
waters.
mix.
Give us the waters.
Other horned ones,
Give us the waters. Give
put your
us the
blessings into
waters.
the vessel as well as you feel
Give us
fit.
the waters. Give us the waters.
This
Give
vessel
us the waters.
is filled to overflowing, a glowing container of
Give us
blessings.
the waters. Give us the
Behold,
waters.
the waters of life.
Behold, the waters of life.
There should be a glass over there.
And so at this time, oh wait, where's the bit about? Okay, please join me in addressing our guests by reading aloud the words of affirmation from the order of service. Did we do that? Carnudos, Pan, other horned gods, shining ones, noble one, before you in pride, honor, and friendship, and accept these blessings which you have given. We give the first of these blessings to the patron of our druidity. Right? And to the patron of our grove, that those who support us may share in our fortunes. We now pour out some of this blessing to the folk of the members of our grove who couldn't be with us tonight through no fault of their own. May these blessings find them no matter where they are. So. Did he get a cup? Perfect. Oop. All right.
Waters of life.
The waters of life.
Waters of life.
Which I can't read your mask.
Pineapple passion fruit or something. I feel like the word passion fruit. Enjoy some passion.
All right, we have another
Small event.
small event, wonderful event to do this evening. We have a new membership ceremony.
Can you hold the light? Sorry, had to get to the right page.
Commitment. To make a commitment means to make a pledge, to place an obligation upon oneself. When we ask someone to make a commitment to the success of this grove, we are asking them to pledge to do all within their means and ability to aid the grove in growing and meeting its obligations as a representative congregation of Unriap Fane. This commitment is in no way exclusive. A member of our grove may also be a member of any other organization that is not directly at cross purposes to ADF's bylaws and constitution. Our membership commitment ceremony is always held during a public ritual, usually like tonight, the high day, and will take place here at this point in the ritual. The reason for this is because we recognize that making a commitment in private does not carry the same impetus as one done before both your peers and your deities. As well, making a commitment in the presence of your peers and kindreds obligates those present to aid you in meeting your pledge. This builds community in a way that no other action can. And so, I would like to present the candidate for membership. Don't spill your drink. This is Nancy. Nancy. Has everybody met Nancy? This is Nancy. Nancy has been a valuable contributor to our rituals ever since she stumbled upon us in our virtual sense. She travels the farthest of any Grove member we've ever had, trekking all the way across the ye old hump. Which for those of you virtual, that's an hour and a half drive for her to come out here for ritual on a Thursday night. She has contributed awesome offerings and wood for our fire. She contributes experience as a leader of rituals, not our style, but she has ritual experience, and that is important. She also contributes her husband. She drags him along and puts him to work doing things such as making awesome contributions to our ritual space in the way of magical keys and other nifty items. So she drags him along and brings him as part of her contribution. This is somebody who would make a great addition to our Council of Grove members, to the people who help make the decisions and take the responsibility for this grove. So now it is time for our candidate to address the Earth Mother and each of the kindreds, which is the ancestors, nature spirits, and deities, in case you weren't sure. And then to talk to the members here, but what you're going to do is your pledge of office. You're taking office as a Grove member. So your pledge, remember, is not a pledge to anybody, but simply a commitment to the promotion of the Grove as a public ritual space. And that's why you to seal your
Just
Words.
okay.
Words left
So
and right.
what am I supposed to say?
All from you. Take up some. From your heart. I pledge to do the best I can by God.
Ever since I met you all in virtual space and been invited to this wonderful space and brought my wonderful husband, you've touched me, all of you. It's hard to get to know people, not that person, but this is a sacred place, and y'all are very special to me. And thank you so much. That's it. I pledge to be a part of this group. I pledge to do everything I can. I pledge to keep coming over the hill and dragging my poor husband with me and forcing him to do stuff like make keys and whatever else these guys want. And to keep things happy. Definitely.
She also makes good food. She keeps bringing that. We like that.
That's it.
So be it.
So be it.
So be it.
Ooh.
I'll just put the fire out.
It is alcohol.
All right. I'm going to restart the fire in just a second. We're going to put some mistletoe in there and pine cones. And now, easier to speak. And now it is time for our assembled members to stand witness and thereby acknowledge your part in the success of this membership pledge. Grove members, will you aid this new member in honoring her commitment? Will you kick her in the butt when she's getting slow? Will you pick her up when she's falling down? Will you give her a hug when she's sad? Will you laugh at her when she does silly things?
Still do.
But will you defend her against anybody else who laughs at her when she does silly things? And that's the way it should ought to be. I've lost my light. All right. In that case, I don't want this. I place upon you the symbol of your membership. May you remember each time you place this over your head that you have made a commitment to the Grove, to the success of the Grove, to the laughter in the Grove, to all the things that mean that you are a member, and that this tabard itself holds value not just as something to wear during ritual. And now, where did my flipper go? Just checking. And now I present to you the newest member of our Grove. Everybody come up and greet. Officially welcome. Now you're stuck with us.
Oh, hold on, let me move my light.
Oh, is that what that was?
You have to let go.
Come on, Sam.
So you know what we're doing. Mhm. Oop. And so, as this rite draws to close, let us thank all those who accepted our invitation and hospitality tonight. Stanley, I'm going to start with
Shining ones, eldest and brightest, we thank you for walking among us today. As this rite is ending, we give you this gift in parting, giving out our love and asking nothing in return. Shining ones, we thank you.
Shining ones, we thank you. Ooh, look at the colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
We seem to have skipped over a bit here. So,
Nature spirits.
well, no,
Did we skip over that?
yeah, we forgot to cut the virile masters of wild places. We thank you. The loud tumult spreader. We thank you. The wild horn ones, both rutting and nurturing. We thank you. We thank you. Well, this too. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's honey.
It's empty.
No, it's just sticky.
Well, I mean, horny
Yeah, the
blood should
pine
appreciate
cones.
sticky stuff. For the gods, we thank you.
Horn gods, we thank you. All right. Megan, you on? Unmuted?
You do.
We still have you?
Sorry, my phone went silly.
Aim to steady.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yep.
Spirits of the earth, fully manifest on this mortal plane. We thank you for your presence in the sanctuary today. We know that you remain among us always, felt though rarely seen. But as this rite is ending, we give you this gift in parting, given out of love and asking nothing in return. Nature spirits, we thank you.
Nature spirits.
Spirits, we thank you.
Nature spirits, we thank you.
Mighty ancestors, spirits of those gone before, we thank you for joining us here today. As this rite is ending, we give you this gift in parting, given out of love and asking nothing in return. Ancestors, we thank you.
Ancestors, we thank you.
Luxuriant basket bearer, gatekeeper, you have stood with us at these crossroads, and your keen observations have kept the fires and waters safely contained in their tasks. Your mastery of the keys has kept us safe from those who would travel to the sanctuary to disrupt our worship. You have made it easier for our beloved kindreds to find their way to our sacrifice, or to our sanctuary as our guests, and you have seen each of them safely back to their own realms. For this and more, we thank you.
We thank you.
Oh. You're Dionysus.
Now, agriculture and vegetation deity, our rite has come to end, and they have no more to ask of you this time. Before you depart, though, please accept this final gift, given out of love and asking nothing in return. Are there any offerings left? Dionysus, we thank you.
Dionysus, we thank you.
Because there's magical pine cones in the fire.
Now, as our rite comes to an end, this drinking horn is no longer needed to guide travelers. Can we sacrifice Stanley to fire? We no longer need this to guide travelers. The connections to the waves, too, are no longer needed at this nexus. So let us calm the energies, let us close the ways, and let the veils between the realms fall into place. Right?
fire's gift from the skies above, still the whirlwind, and let the fiery tunnel collapse. Calm the twist.
Calm the burn. Calm the twist. Calm the burn.
Calm the
twist. Calm the burn.
Calm the twist. Calm the burn. Calm the twist. Calm the burn.
Let the hungry flames dwindle until there is
twist.
not
Calm
but
burn.
smoke remaining.
Calm the twist. Calm the burn. Calm the twist. Calm the burn. Calm the twist. Calm the burn. Calm the twist. Calm the burn.
And let the clouds of smoke break apart, dissolving into gentle tendrils of scented mist.
Calm the twist. Calm the burn. Calm the twist. Calm the burn.
Let the ways to the heavens, the domain of the sky deities, be closed.
Let the way be closed.
This is you, right? You're doing that. John?
Mighty waters, soothing balm of the world, fill the whirlpool, and let the watery tunnel collapse. Calm the churn, calm the turn, calm the churn, calm the turn, calm the churn, calm the turn. Let the rushing walls of liquid fall into the water. I can't see anything. Stand the light. Apparently the light was going out early. Calm the churn. Oh, give me my magic over here again. Magic-y magic. Oh, let the current slow and spread, dissolving into the gentle lap and suck of water against its boundaries. As we calm the churn, calm the turn, calm the churn, calm the turn. Let the way to the netherworld, the domain of the earth deities, be closed.
Let the ways be closed.
I don't know if I just broke this or what.
Right. Restore the charm and let the flat. Compress. Tack to tear. Compress to stretch. Tack to tear. Compress to stretch. Tack to tear. The fabric be sewn. There is not but a seam between. Compress to stretch. Tack to tear. Compress to stretch.
Tack the tear. Compress to stretch. Tack the tear. Compress the stretch.
Join.
The tear.
Dissolving into a single shimmering blind.
Tack the tear.
Compress to stretch. Tack to tear. Compress the stretch. Tack to tear.
Compress the stretch.
Tack to tear. Let the gate to the ethereal road, the one of the number ones, be closed.
Let the gate be closed. Clearly, I don't need to stand on that side.
Dark soil, last cover of the day. Release the abyss and let the searing walls unite. Still the shift, mend the rim. Still the shift, mend the rim. Still the shift, mend the rim. Let the bedrock reform until there is naught but foundation below. Still the shift, mend the rim. Still the shift, mend the rim.
Still the shift.
And let the loosened loam fall back, resolving into a mounded blanket of memory. Still the shift, mend the rim. Still the shift, mend the rim. Let the gate to the underworld, the realm of the dead, be closed.
Be closed. The fountain is returned. The fire pit is returned. The shrines are again but stone, and thus the ways are closed.
The ways are closed. The ways are closed.
So this rite comes to an end. The kindred have returned to their realms. The ways are closed, and yet the hollows remain. Well, fire pit and shrines, tangible symbols of the cosmos as it was in the beginning, as it is now, as it shall forever remain. When we depart the sanctuary, may these hallows echo in our minds, in our hearts, in our spirits, that they may continue to connect us with the realms beyond our own. Now, there are a few less thank yous to be given before we depart. Mackie?
Clever luck bringer, even as your shrine remains in our sanctuary, so it is that you stay or go, regardless of the ways between realms. Accept, though, this final gift today, given out of love and asking nothing in return. Hermes, we thank you.
Hermes, we thank you. Finally, we thank our host, great grandmother of the many. Let us never forget that she will always care for us so long as we remember and take care of her in return. So one last time I say, Earth Mother, we thank you.
Earth Mother, we thank you.
Now, let us go forth into the world as kith, carrying with us the blessings of the Kindreds and the spark of the energies of the realms. So be it. This rite is ended.
So be it. So be it. This rite is ended.
And we have song number 13.
Which one is that?
The Celtic one.
May the road rise with you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rain fall gently on your fields. And until we meet again, may they hold you in the hollow of their hands.
Thank you all for dealing with my first time as presiding druid and bearing with my long-winded meditation.
I have a question.
It's she brought the pine cones. Do you believe? Thank you.
You guys could open up microphones and chat with us now.
That was a good ritual.
I kind of missed that. They kicked microphones, speakers, and stuff, so we've been having problems hearing these.
Wasn't us.
It wasn't us that Sasquatch just now.
Well, thank you, everybody, for letting me be the gatekeeper / co-host.
Morgan,
Reagan.
Yeah, Reagan, thank you for working with us.
Oh, no
Pleasure
problem.
to
Wish I
have
could have
you.
been there in person.
And thank you for our electronic gatekeeper. Your first time warding the Zoom.
Oh,
We appreciate that.
I enjoyed it. I returned the power to Stanley.
Thank you for working with us with all of our technical difficulties.
Hey,
And
it wouldn't
mental.
be, it wouldn't be a ritual if there weren't difficulties. I've been doing different pagan rituals since the early 80s, and if it can go wrong, it is going to go wrong. So, Murphy was a pagan and an optimist. Well, I'm going to return to my own pleasant realm, guys, and I will see you next week.
Good seeing you. Hi, Shannon. Shannon's a friend of mine. I dragged her in here.
I have been checking every day to make sure I didn't miss it. And I woke up 15 minutes before.
I can't reach.
Uh-oh.
Better to get to the camera.
Oh. Uh-oh. He touched things and stopped working. Oh, there you go.
What's up?
Oh, it froze for a second.
Were you guys? Were you all able to see the altar and the stuff that we had decorating earlier on before it got dark?
Yeah. It actually didn't look bad in the dark either. I don't know what camera you're using, but it comes across actually pretty well.
So this is a Motorola Moto Z4, I think it is, and it has the most amazing night vision on it. You would never know that we have absolutely no lights besides a couple of tiki torches out here. I mean, right now we've got the spotlight on so everybody can see to clean up a little bit better. But for ritual, all we got is the fire on the ancestor shrine and the central fire and a couple of tiki torches, and that's it.
Yeah, it looks really good. I got a like an iPhone 10 and it's like a potato.
What's that?
I'm on an iPhone 10 and it looks like a potato. I have a bunch of cameras. I wonder. I'm curious to see how anything else that I have will perform, because I have like a GoPro 8 and a Canon like a M50, one of the mirrorless ones, and I just got a new Logitech Pro like 4K webcam. I'm almost curious to see how any of those would perform.
we bought a webcam and we're amazingly disappointed in its inability to do anything remotely low light. Like if you're not at 1,000 lux, then you might as well just put it away.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked for our egg hunt ritual, which was in the middle of the day, but we only do 2 rituals a year that are actually in daylight. Or even remotely like daylight. So that camera was a waste of money. Thankfully, it wasn't a lot of money.
Yeah, and my phone like performs better than most of the stuff that I have, other than my Canon. Yeah.
And that's been my next one. Was like, maybe I can just buy a DSLR and go that route with it, because I'm like, there's got to be a way that I don't have to use my cell phone, or at the very least that we could untether my cell phone so that we can move it around the ritual space.
Yeah.
Because right now there's like a metric ton of wires running from this poor cell phone.
Yeah.
So we've got wires going to two different cheap plastic, microphone receivers, plus a Bluetooth microphone receiver, and they're all kind of sort of mixed together. And then that's plugged to some little old amplified computer speakers so that we can monitor and hear you guys. So it's kind of a kludge of March 2020. By the way, we're not going to have a ritual, and somewhere between March and April, we're going to have to figure out how to do public rituals online.
Yeah.
So we've been slowly putting it together, but a year later, we're still in the we haven't quite got it yet range.
Yeah.
So not catastrophic.
It's not bad at all. I mean, it definitely like comes across fine and stuff. It just seems like things need a little tweaking here and there. And I see what you mean about like having your phone, tied down like that.
So for a minute, Zoom had a way that I could pin more than one person in the YouTube feed. By the way, I'm going to end our YouTube feed because